You're listening to Do This First, a daily personal development podcast that focuses on science-backed, actionable steps towards your best year ever. Hi, I'm Sandy, your host. It is 17 days away till the end of 2024. This podcast episode was originally aired on December 14th. Today we're continuing with our micro-series, Finish Strong. Yesterday we talked about 2 decision-making models that can help us make better choices as we continue to move forward. A quick recap. One of the decision-making models we discussed as part of the OODA decision phase was the cost-benefit analysis, or CBA. It's a systematic approach to evaluating the strengths and weaknesses of alternatives in decision making. It's in essence a comparative analysis of the costs and benefits of different actions. The goal is to identify the option that provides the greatest net benefit, often expressed in monetary terms. CBA considers both direct and indirect costs and benefits, such as the immediate financial implications as well as a long-term societal and environmental effects. This method is commonly used in economics and business and in policy making to guide resource allocation and investment decisions. The OODA loop, which we also spoke about yesterday, which I'll quickly recap. OODA stands for Observe, Orient, Decide, and Act. It's a decision-making framework developed by the U.S. Air Force Colonel John Boyd. It emphasizes rapid, iterative cycles of decision-making. It's often used in dynamic and uncertain environments such as military strategy, business, and high-stakes scenarios. The Observe phase involves gathering information about the situation, while the Orient is about analyzing the data and understanding the context. In the Decide phase, potential courses of actions are selected, and Act involves implementing the chosen decisions. The key to the OODA loop is to focus on speed and adaptability, rapidly cycling through these steps to outpace opponents and competitors, and that's how it's best leveraged. And in business, you're always going to have competitors. Both CBA, cost-benefit analysis, and OODA are designed to improve decision-making, but they're applied in different contexts. CBA is methodical and focuses on maximizing efficiency by evaluating costs and benefits in a detailed and often quantitative way. The OODA loop, on the other hand, is more tactical and flexible. It aims to make quick, effective, sweeping decisions in fast-paced, high-pressure situations. While CBA is particularly useful when resources are constrained and precise calculations are needed. The OODA loop excels when agility and the ability to adapt quickly are paramount, such as in competitive environments like sports. Whatever framework you choose to use to make decisions, there are a couple of things to keep in mind. Sometimes new information can emerge after you've gone through the initial analysis, and that will require you to revisit your information. You might need to adjust your assessment as circumstances change or new data becomes available. Remember, either of these models are only as good as the data that you have, so you have to really make sure that you're collecting solid data. Life happens, and no matter what decision-making model you leverage, you have to remain agile and adaptable. Let's say you're deciding whether to relocate for a new job opportunity. If you're using the CBA model, cost-benefit analysis, you will look at the direct cost. So your relocation expenses, your new down payment for a home, right? Your transportation costs, your commuting costs, if any, your indirect costs as well. So the opportunity in terms of the cost of leaving your current job, the opportunity has to be evaluated in that lens or perspective. Your lost benefits from that job, the emotional cost, of having to move and leaving your friends and family. The benefits, you have to look at the direct benefits, like, is it a higher salary? Are you going to earn more money? Are you going to have better benefits? Is there more of an opportunity for career advancement? And then the indirect benefits, like better work-life balance, the potential to spend more time with your family, more opportunities for professional growth, reduced commute times. After listing and quantifying these costs and benefits, you might find that the new job offer's net financial gain is maybe $25,000 a year. So there's an increase in salary and benefits. And so the significant long-term career growth makes this a very solid decision to make. In short, the cost-benefit analysis, CBA, helps you evaluate whether the potential rewards of a decision justify the cost involved. It provides a clear framework for making choices based on tangible and intangible factors, guiding you towards the best option in a rational and methodical way. Again, with any decision-making model that you choose, you must act. For example, the OODA model prompts us to implement the decisions made, followed by the observation of the outcomes. This cyclical process enables us and organizations to adapt quickly and effectively to changing situations. We should use it when situations are unpredictable and change rapidly. Competitive landscapes such as business, sports, or military contexts are great areas to apply the OODA decision loop. This is a great framework where decisions involve multiple variables and multiple potential outcomes. Also, in emergency situations that require rapid assessment and response. OODA is a flexible approach to changing circumstances. It also encourages quick decision making, which can be critical in fast-paced situations. OODA considers various facets of a situation, enhancing situational awareness. Also allows us to continue learning and improving based on results. It's best to start with smaller decisions and build from there until you get acclimated with the OODA process of gathering data, expert opinion, and real-life examples of others that have had success with the approach you're considering for a project or a change you want to make in your life. The framework is only as good as the information you gather, and I keep saying that because it's hugely important. You have to make sure you go with the facts and not wishful thinking. Sometimes it can make sense to hire an hourly consultant who has a proven track record in whatever you're deliberating about. Try to go outside of your immediate circle so that you can glean a fresh perspective. Sometimes our circles can become echo chambers that repeat the same things over and over again, almost parrot-like. The thinking that got you to where you are at now will probably not get you to where you want to be. There has to be an increase in knowledge, and sometimes a third party can be that beacon. Also, remember to implement regular debrief sessions to reflect on decision-making processes and outcomes using the OODA framework. Be careful with your emotions. One of the most common reasons that we make bad decisions is due to our emotions clouding our judgment. If you're making a decision from anger, fear, sadness, pain, or even rage, you should wait till you have a cooler head, as the results can be disastrous and sometimes irreversible. After observing the relevant data, you use CBA to quantify and evaluate the potential outcomes of different choices. Even in the OODA framework, I love using a cost-benefit analysis when I get to the decision-making phase. The cost, which, time, money, emotional toll, and benefits, financial gain, personal fulfillment, a reduction in risk. Each of these options can help you determine which one offers the most favorable trade-off. This step ensures that your decision is rooted in a rational, objective assessment rather than emotional or impulsive factors. Once you've completed the CBA in the decide phase of OODA, you can act with greater confidence, knowing that your choice is both informed and balanced. As you move through the act phase in the OODA loop, the iterative nature allows you to adjust if new information comes to light, as we discussed previously, or if the initial decision doesn't yield the expected results. The continuous feedback loop means you can refine your decision making. You can integrate benefit evaluations as circumstances change, which makes the combined use of OODA and CBA particularly powerful in complex, evolving situations. If you like what you're hearing, don't forget to leave a review. You can also read a full transcript of this podcast episode and all of my podcast episodes on my blog. And my web address is dothisfirst.life. And while you're there, sign up for one of my weekly newsletters. You can also listen to all of my podcast episodes. You can also go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. And my handle there is @DoThisFirst. Tomorrow, we're going to continue with our micro series of Finishing Strong. And based on some of the feedback that I received from you all, I'm going to do a little pivot back to brand marketing because it seems like you guys have several questions in that area. So we're going to just pivot back for a couple of episodes and then we'll be focusing on personal development. Till tomorrow. Moving past the